What's up, YouTube? HoneyBee here with the Beastcoast boys. We got Dragon and Bio as well, and we're going to be going over the top 5 projectiles in Mortal Kombat 11. Let's get it.
All right, so we have a couple characters that we were discussing, and we want to start off this list with mentioning at least the top 2 that we had on our list, which are Shiva and Sub-Zero. We think that they have definitely 2 of the best projectiles in the game. Now, which one do you think has the best projectile out of the 2?
Okay, so I want to just say I would lean more towards Sub-Zero, mainly for the fact that his amplified ice ball just beats every single projectile in the game. He gets full combo, he can be full screen, so that's already incredibly strong. And even if you don't take into consideration the fact that he needs to amplify it, if he doesn't amplify it and he trades projectiles, he's going to still win that every single time because you're frozen for ever, and then he can come in and get a full combo. So I kind of want to lean towards Sub-Zero as having the best in the game. You want to talk about Shiva's projectile, maybe?
Yeah, so I mean, or Dragon, if you want to go ahead and talk about Shiva's projectile.
No, I mean I agree with everything B said. I think Shiva's projectile is definitely it would be better if not for the fact that Sub-Zero gets a full combo not only off of his EX ice ball, but also if he trades with a regular ice ball too, which is kind of insane. He doesn't even have to spend meter. So I think
he also gets full combos when he combos like into it from up close, and he doesn't even need bar for that. So that's another point.
Good point. So I think that's why it kind of has the edge over Shiva if we're gonna place it at number 1.
I agree. I would say as far as us saying that Shiva's projectile is number 2, it's very clear that she has one of the strongest projectiles in the game. She picks up four fireballs in her arm. She can chuck it forward, up, down, which way she wants. She can amplify it. It becomes a slow fireball.
Or she can amplify it the low as well. She gets the low.
There's a lot of different options that she can do.
Cancel it.
She can cancel it.
No bar.
So, yes.
No bar. Yeah.
And if she hits you with one projectile, the other ones can all combo and do 18% no bar.
Yes, that's true. That is true.
Actually, yeah, her 4 projectiles actually gets the same amount of damage as Cetrion's BMB.
Damn.
In there, but it's kind of funny that her 4 fireballs do the same damage.
Yeah.
So yeah, there you go. Sub number 1, Shiva number 2, and we're gonna be moving down the list to who did we have?
We had Shang, right?
We have Shang.
Number 3.
Right.
Well, I'm just gonna hate us, but
So yeah,
You think so? I don't know. Really? He's really gonna downplay that thing? Like that thing is.
No.
Shang's ground eruption, that thing is so strong.
It's really good. It controls a lot.
Yeah. I mean, there's obvious ways around it. You know, you have to flawless block and so on and so forth. But I mean, other than that, it's a very strong projectile. He gets pretty simple combos out of it. It's pretty much Shang's BMB in a lot of situations where he doesn't have other launchers. So, I mean, what else can we say? It covers up a lot of the space. It anti-airs. It does a lot of things that you want it to do.
You can't jump over it since the hitbox is going upwards. So if you try to jump, you just get caught, and then you get amplified into full combo. The only real drawback about it is the fact that you can flawless block that second part, and then depending on what character you're using, depending on what he's doing it off of, then you could potentially get a punish. So that is somewhat important, and it's also a 2-slot move, I think, right? Ground eruption. So there's that, but either way,
I think just the fact that you can. It's not only is it like a projectile, but it's just that it controls neutral as well. Like I think a move that forces you to not be able to move and a move that you can't really react to, I think is incredibly strong in neutral. Not only in a projectile game, but neutral for sure.
That's true. Yeah,
definitely. Because the majority of projectiles, a lot of them you can jump over them if you think the projectile is going to come. This one you just can't do that, or else you're going to get comboed.
Yeah.
So. All right, so number 4, we're gonna have let's see. We're tossing it up between it was Cassie's low shot and Sonya's rings. I think were the two that we were discussing.
Right.
Third or fourth. Sonya's rings are obviously super duper fast. They have a crushing blow attached. Yeah, they got a crushing blow attached to them. You can cancel them as well if you have that ability. And then Cassie's low shot, you get that mid projectile that low profiles her, and she also gets combos out of it. So let's see, where would you guys put that on the list?
I would put Sonya's projectile as the next best over Cassie's, mainly because, well, yeah, she has the crushing blow. She gets it. The projectile on its own, if we just look at it as a projectile, it's really, really quick startup. It also has really low recovery frames, so she can kind of just machine gun that pretty well. And then she can also, yeah, she gets full combos in the corner. She could even get combos mid-screen, but the ones in the corner is mainly what you're worried about for the most part. And yeah, she gets like really good damage. She gets a crushing blow off that. The cancels even up close for pressure. You can cancel that and kind of do stuff with that. So the options I think she gets from it overall is probably better, I would say, than Cassie's. But Cassie's is also very strong for her own reasons. But maybe one of you guys could talk about that.
Yeah.
Dragon, would you care to elaborate on Cassie's projectile?
Yeah. I agree with everything B said about Sonya, but I think Cassie, Cassie's projectile is good, I think, for a couple reasons. One of the reasons is, of course, that she gets a full combo from like mid-screen if she hits you with it, and it's pretty much safe versus most characters because she kind of does like a tumble roll back for some reason. And it's also a really good projectile because she goes under straight projectiles as well, so she beats a lot of people in the zoning war. And it's pretty fast as well, so yeah, I think it's definitely up there. Sonya's might be a little bit better. Even
yeah,
though...
like the thing about Cassie's though is there is like the fact that there are a lot of characters that can punish her from like half screen distance, like your Liu Kangs with the flying kick, or Jade's with her kick, or Jackie, even Kano with the bio pull, Baraka with his lunge thing. There's honestly a fair amount of characters, not a whole bunch, but there's a fair amount of characters that can kind of shut it down. And if they do shut it down, it does limit her options when it comes to any kind of zoning, counter zoning stuff, because you really can't use it when you're that close. You got to be like basically 3/4 of the screen or more. So in those situations, it does make it a little bit harder for her to actually utilize the move. Just saying.
I agree with that. I think, yeah, just for the fact that also Sonya can do her projectiles at more ranges than Cassie is able to, I would say that, yes, I would put Sonya's at number 4 and Cassie at number 5.
Okay, I agree.
Well, that's the video. But I know a lot of people in the comments and whatever are probably going to say, why didn't you mention XYZ move? But like, there's actually a lot more good projectiles in this game than we initially probably thought of. Like, we're not even really considering Garrus's Sand Trap as a projectile just because it behaves differently, but like that's also very strong. You have your Noob Saibot Slide, which is also very strong projectile. Sindel's Low Scream, Katana's Low Fan. Like, they're all really strong, but I think the ones
Beam, Boulder, Earthquake.
Yeah. Well, so maybe you should explain why we didn't even include Cetron stuff in this.
Okay, yeah. So we didn't include Cetron in this list because her projectiles by themselves don't, in our opinion, top the top 5 moves that we listed, but all of them together combined kind of make her one of the best projectiles, if not the best projectile.
Makes her the best projectile in the game.
Character. So yeah, that's why we didn't have her there, because not one specific move is the best or even top 5, but all of them together.
And I just want to give a special shout out to RoboCop's low shot. We were also discussing that move, and we compared it to Cassie's low shot. and we just found that there was probably more uses for Cassie's low shot because she always gets combos out of it, whereas Robocop, it's generally just the standard projectile, or you can meter burn it and you get one use of the crush and blow. But Cassie's was a little bit better just because you always get combos out of it.
Yep.
So that's pretty much it, I think, when
Yeah.
it comes to the top 5 projectiles. I think pretty solid list. Pretty solid list.
I like the list.
You
Good.
know, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
So hit us with that outro.
All right. All right, guys. Hopefully you all enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like, comment, and subscribe to see more from us. We'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.